Hi everyone, I am here to talk to you a little bit more about Essay 4, the multimodal essay, the multimodal assignment. I've talked to a couple of students already this week who are a little stressed. So first I want to say, if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, a couple of thoughts. It's the end of the semester. I know you have stress at the end of semester, so do I. I'm happy to talk you through your stress. I'm happy to help you to find your topic. You have a discussion board post due on Thursday by the end of the day to run through some ideas. So I want to remind you that first I will give you feedback on your discussion board post. That is your proposal for the multimodal essay for essay 4. And you don't have to stick to what you put in the discussion board, y'all. The writing process is your partner. The writing process requires that you make choices at the beginning of the process, and as you research, and as you write, and as you discover that certain things won't fit together, and you have to make a little bit of a tweak here, a tweak there, you make choices. And so what you end up turning in on April 24th, which is the deadline for Essay 4, might be different than what you put in the proposal. So a couple of thoughts, and this is maybe some new information that I haven't shared with you all this semester. You're not in the classroom with me. You don't hear me talk about this kind of thing in class with you. I haven't made videos about it this semester, but remember that discussion board posts are designed to either help you practice a skill or to support your writing process. So not only does the discussion board post for Module 11 support decisions you have to make about Essay 4, but it also is going to help you to practice writing proposals that you may end up writing for 200 level, 300 level, 400 level courses when you're completing your bachelor's degree. Often professors ask you to write a 2 to 3 page proposal to explain your research and the essay that you're writing. And so the discussion board post is very quick. It gives you the experience of writing a proposal, but it really keeps you on track with the assignment as well. So you're making decisions and you've started the writing process. So you all, I am here to talk with you. I'm sorry, I was showing you my screencast screen for a second there. Apologize about that. That's all right. You got to focus on me talking about the writing process. I am in section 505. I'm teach 503 and 505. You all have the same shell, basically the same navigation. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've done. Number one, I love revision. So I revised Essay 4's instruction a little bit. I wrote it. I actually revised it. I did basically Essay 2. I did Essay 2 to write my instructions for Essay 4. Kinda. I revised an old assignment for you all, and it was a little jumbled, so I went back and revised it a little bit so that it's clearer. So let me show you that really quickly. So if you click in Module 11 now, and go to the instructions now. Oops, I think I have to go up, not down. You'll notice that it's a little bit more organized, and I've cut some of the instructions out so it's not so long. So I talked to you about typed word process component required. You must choose a digital or an analog component. Here are the instructions, 750 words. I'm starting at the bottom, 3 research sources. You're going to have some of you 2 texts that connect very closely together, or you might synthesize the digital and the writing component or the analog and the writing component together. But either way, everything must connect. Here's where I talk a little bit about the word process component. Here's where I say you have to make a choice between analog and digital. And here's where I remind you that you have to choose an argumentative structure for your writing. And then choosing topics. So I went from the bottom up on the requirements. Then I remind you that there are things that we've worked on all semester long, but that we did in Essay 3 that I expect you to do in Essay 4. That's this section. So you see I split up that longer list so it's a little easier to handle. And then the important dates. You all remember, we're working module through module. So when it's time for you to do the workshop, when it's time for you to do this discussion board post for this really informal presentation of how things are going with your Essay 4, I will give you all the steps you need to complete that work. So don't worry about this. I just sort of wanted you to see the assignments that are being done in the next couple of weeks to support your writing in the class, and then the deadline is April 24th. And then I moved all the ideas for the analog and digital components to this link. So when you click on the link, it should take you to the list. So if you want to look at the lists for ideas, you can, but it's not in the instructions, and I thought that would take away some of the stress. I thought it just made the document so long. So I just made a little bit of an organizational revision there, and I'm really glad, because revision is my partner in the writing process. I can't write well if I don't revise. Revision is required. So I'm practicing what I'm preaching, y'all. So thank you for your day of patience while I kind of went, yeah, I need to revise that document a little bit. So that's what I've done. I want to show you a couple of other things. So let's go back. I'm going to click on the link that takes me to the announcement, and I'm going to go back to content. So a couple of things. Actually, I'm going to go to content in a second. Remember that I've already talked about some example multimodal assignments in the first video of the week, and this is the second video of the week. So let me show you a couple of other examples. So if you go to content, and you've seen the email that, or the discussion board post where this video has been posted, y'all. So the links I'm about to show you are in those, in the email or in the discussion board post, but I want to show you where you can find it. So you'll remember several weeks ago, I added an essay instructions page. I have to scroll up to essay instructions. And so all the essay instructions for the semester are here. I'll add essay 4 next week. And then I added, this is where you can find the lists of analog and digital components. And then here's where I added the picture of the abortion. This was a project made by the Boulder County campus. Waiting for my image to load here. Oh, I have to scroll down. Oh, and it's reversed. Okay, well, let's see. I can fix that with you here. No, it's taking me through my images. All right, so I'll make sure I get that image in there where it's not sideways. But we've looked at this in the other video. I apologize. There is a way to rotate, but maybe not an image. Maybe that's for just the PDF reader. So this was the Feminist Uprising Collective made this project, and I talked about that in the first video, so I'm not going to talk about it again. But I'll fix that, y'all. I didn't know that went backwards. Went sideways, actually. So here's another one. This is an analog, another analog project, and let's talk about what's going on. This is a zoom in. So if you are at Boulder County campus and you're walking down the hallway and you pass where the student life offices are and you're headed toward the Academic Success Center, this analog multimodal project is on the wall, and you'll notice it's a bunch of genes and a lot of the research for the topic about women, violence against women. Those facts are written on the genes. And let's go to the next image so you can see the project from a distance, so you can see the whole thing. So this is what it looks like on the wall. And this almost meets the requirements for the assignment. Definitely is an analog project, repurposing the genes to become representative of the violence done against men and women. This pair of genes here especially talks about 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys being sexually abused. Here is the word processed component. And when you look at the flyer, which is advertising, promoting this event that's happening at Boulder County campus on April 14th, next week. If you need more information about that, let me know. I'm happy to forward an invitation to you that I received today. This would count as a word processed document. It's also a document in a medium, right? It's a flyer. The only challenge right now is that it's not meeting the 750 word requirement. So the pants has some writing. I'm going to guess, gosh, I mean, I'm looking at the words. I'm guessing there's probably about 100 words there. There's probably, with the flyer, also still about 100, 120, 125 words. So you might still have to have an accompanying essay to write about your argument about violence against women, violence against men, and the project is called Take Back the Night. That's the title, but that's also the event. So, this multimodal project, y'all, is promoting an event on campus, but it's definitely the kind of assignment that I'm giving you, that you make something that represent your argument that you're writing in your essay. Okay? So one last thing I want to share, because I know some of you are looking at this assignment and going, lady, this is crazy that you're having us do this. But you know, I have given this assignment for probably about 8 years, and it is one of the most powerful assignments that I assign because there's so much creativity and critical thinking happening in this piece, and I'm so excited to receive it from you, and I'm so excited for you to experience the assignment and to do the assignment. So I was having a conversation with Kennedy. Kennedy is in one of my online sections, and Kennedy contacted me and said, Beth, please help. I'm really stressed out. This instruction sheet, can we talk through it? So we talked through it, and I want to share an idea that I shared with Kennedy about, if I had to do this assignment, what I would do. And Kennedy inspired me because she listed her in her top 5 topics that this was one of her topics. So thank you, Kennedy, for giving me my idea. So my mother died from colon cancer in 2017, and she suffered very badly. She was diagnosed at stage 3, so her treatment was very fast, very harsh. Aggressive was probably the best word, and she didn't last but a year, maybe a year and a few months after she was diagnosed. So my idea is that I have actually several ideas, that I would write in my piece, in my 750 words, the story about my mother's death. Because what I want to argue is that I think cancer treatments are too aggressive and not compassionate care, because I watched her have a very horrible death. And so I've decided that I want to use the Rogerian argument structure because I want to be able to consider treatments before I make my position. But here in my thinking, I want to share the story about my mother's death first, and then I want to do research and start giving the different positions that different people have about how cancer should be treated. And so I'll do that. All my research will be about the treatment options. My argumentative structure requires that I consider other people's points of view first. At the end of my essay, I will take my position because I will have learned about the other people's positions. I already think I know what my position is. You've already heard me say I think it should be compassionate care. I don't think that I support chemotherapy and radiation. Maybe radiation, but I need to learn more about it. But chemotherapy, that's what I watched my mother go through. And I also watched her have many surgeries, and she had, excuse me, not a good end of life. So, I think I know what my position is, but I want to learn more, and I want to write an argument about it. So how do I make it a multimodal assignment? So here are my ideas, and I'm going to take away that word digital because I kind of share all my ideas, all the possibilities that I've thought of. So I could write a blog, and this would help me to combine my digital component and my written component together. I can do an all-in-one approach, write my essay, have some images in there. I don't know what my images would be. I'd have to research that too, but that could work. And I hope you see how I'm kind of like synthesizing the two components all in one. Another option would be I could write an academic essay and do a digital collage. My digital collage might be, again, representative of treatments, might be representative of, I don't know. All the image ideas that are running through my head, some of the images might be uncomfortable to look at because we might see images of people suffering from the treatments, and I think that's kind of my point, but I'm not sure how I want to present those images. But you all hear what I'm talking about, like I'm thinking about what my piece might look like. Another option might be an academic essay and a word collage. Maybe I kind of take some quotations from some of my research. Maybe I'm researching even people's experiences with being treated for cancer and having a word collage of some kind that shows some insight into which treatments work best and are most compassionate. Or, final idea, an academic essay and a handmade collage of my mother to honor her, but also to show the effects that the treatment had on her during the time that she was being treated. The before she was diagnosed to when she was being treated, and her body wasn't being treated with care. And so this is my idea. Y'all, I am obviously saddened that my mother is not on the planet anymore. She's not with me. I can't see her. I'm not pleased with the way that she died. She made choices that modern medicine recommended to her. I don't want to have that life, and I want to learn from that. And that's sort of the inspiration behind this topic for me, because I'm 50 and colon cancer is hereditary, and I don't want to have that life experience. So this is an important topic to me, and that's the last thing I want to say, that when you're choosing your topics, y'all, choose something that matters. The assignment, the writing will mean so much more to you, and then making the component, whether it's digital or handmade, will also mean something to you. And I hope ultimately you learn something for yourself. I absolutely want you to learn how to improve your writing, but I think this project will have a lot of connection to you as a human being. And as a human being, you have many components too, don't you? You know, you have a heart, and you're you. You're a student. You're here to learn. You're somebody who wants to be a professional. You're here in college to become something. You know, so I hope this assignment will support you as a person, however you choose for it to support you. So I'm very excited to find out about your topics. Thank you for listening to my essay. I get to talk to students in my campus class about this assignment, and I get to sort of measure their reaction as I'm presenting. And so these videos play a really important role in the class, y'all, so that you can hear me talking about the assignment and sharing ideas and helping you to feel comfortable that you have to make choices that matter to you to make this assignment a success for you. All right, I will be looking for your proposals, and I'll be responding to your proposals in the next couple of days, and I hope you're having a good start to the week, and I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you later.